Hey everybody, it's Pastor Barrett. I wanted to come with a brief video update. Everything you need to know is in writing, so if you prefer to read it, you go ahead, but if you prefer to watch it, here I am. So basically, number one, I wanted to give you an update on just the coronavirus situation in our community and also in the church. You probably heard that the situation in the community is getting more serious. Rates are on the rise. There's a lot more hospitalizations, a lot more need for all of us, to be honest, to be just super cautious in our own personal lives and super just sensitive to the needs of others, and just do everything we can to serve others in this time and to submit to our government regulations. You saw some of the things that probably passed this week with the city council and signed by the mayor as it relates to mask ordinance and things like that. And so we continue to just keep an eye on things, but also recognize that probably reopening is not going to be happening as soon as we had hoped. I also wanted to let you know that we do have some cases of coronavirus in our ICC family, both in our church community here in Memphis, but also within our partners in other parts of the world. And I just want to ask that you continue to be just prayerful for those in our community who've been affected by this virus, for healing, prayer for protection over those of us who have not yet been affected, and just prayer that we will soon, I hope, see the end of this virus through a vaccine or just God's intervention. So let's just keep praying together and being aware of how serious it is and how serious our decisions of whether or not to go back really are. It's more than just our preference. It's what's best for our community and for you and others in this time. So thank you for continuing to pray. I did want to let you know as well, just that it is very important that you work to stay encouraged in the Lord during this time. I know that this can be a difficult time for so many of us. We are continuing to feel isolation in ways, longing to be back together in ways that we're not. But the reality is this is the situation we're in, and we've got to do what we can to keep our hopes in the Lord, and like David in the midst of his really difficult time, to really learn to encourage yourself in the Lord, to take responsibility, to keep going to God and going to God and going to God and fighting for hope with the tools that he's given us, and also to be disciplined in our personal life, to make the choices to continue to access the resources that are available. I know that we're all digitally fatigued. We've seen drop in some of our participation in both Sundays and midweek things. And I just want to encourage you to continue to be disciplined, to make that choice, to show up. Yes, we'd prefer to be together physically, but we can't. And so we can be together in these ways, and just continue to do what you can do to make that choice. Secondly, I wanted to just tell you about our trial Sundays. We are actively working every week to just make it possible, as soon as possible, to have about half of our church is probably going to choose, and respectfully so, to worship at home, online, and another half that might want to come when there's opportunity to worship in person. So every week we've been trying that. I do want to apologize. This past week we had a little bit of a gaffe in the sense that we had a moment where we were trying out something that we're going to be doing once we get back with the welcome time, trying a live welcome and a digital welcome at the same time, and it didn't go well. Our volunteers are amazing, and every single week I just want to say thank you to those who continue to volunteer and serve. We had just a simple mistake with switching of microphones, and it just created an awkward experience for almost everybody of us who are watching online, and we just want to apologize for that, but also explain it, that we're just trying every week to get ready for the day that we could have both in-person and a digital option in our worship time. So that's what was going on. Secondarily, I wanted to let you know that we are working to have about 10 or 15 people in the room with us each week as we are leading worship online, to just be in the room to try out some of the things that we would need in a very socially distant and with PPE protections, a safe way, to just kind of be present in that preview service and to give us some feedback on that. And I just want to tell you that we're going to open an opportunity. If you are really, really, really struggling right now, and you are really in need of being physically present with some other believers, with us as pastors, and in a worship time. So it's not for everybody, but for those who are really in need. We have the opportunity, about 10 or 15 people a week, to consider allowing you to come in to worship with us for those needs to be met. To do that, you can RSVP with links that are in this email, and we hope that in some way, for those who are really in need, this will serve you. We want to serve and shepherd our whole church well, but we know there is a group that's really been struggling in a really special way, and we want to help you know that we're listening and we care about you, and we want to try to make an opportunity to serve you in this way if it's best in the coming week. So again, you can click that link there. There will be no family meeting this Sunday night. We've moved that to July. There's resources that are continued to be available on demand, things that we're putting out every single week, sermons, our summer study, our kids resources, and other things. So check those out, the links that are there, and just know that we love you. If we can do anything to serve you in any way, please know that we are here. We're praying for you. We care about you. We miss you very much. I love you all. Have a great day, and I look forward to seeing you in worship this Sunday.